In this video we're going to look at the record time pop-ups that are available on the various different screens within Glide, principally the client card and the job cards. So let's go to a client card, the Glasses company here, and what we'll see is that we have a couple of buttons here, log time and log expense. We'll do expense on a separate video, so let's focus on log time. Now we can either click the button here or we can use the keyboard shortcut T, and that will bring up the log time pop-up. So it will default to today's rate. It's going to default to the most appropriate charge out rate. Now of course you may have more than one charge out rate, so it's going to make its best guess as to which charge out rate you wish to use, but you can change that in the drop down there. Now because we're recording this time on the client card, this time is not going to be recorded to a job, it's going to be recorded to a client, but it will be recorded to one of your categories. You can configure these categories if you're a super user, and I'll show you how to do that in a moment, but this is chargeable time. It will go into WIP, but it will not go to a job. You obviously need a description, so let's say that this was time on travel, and I put in here, traveling. Okay, we took 50 minutes, that's obviously important to fill out. We don't have to fill out start time and end time, which are optional. So I'll now click log time. And that's how you record time on the client card. If we now go into a job card, for example, the 31st of March 2016 accounts job here, again we'll see we have the time button here, and again we can use the keyboard shortcut T. This time I'm going to click on time. Again, the date will default to today. You could change that if you wish to using the date picker. Again, it's going to default to the most appropriate rate, and if it gets that wrong, you can choose from your other rates. And it's going to default to the current stage. If you're doing something else, you can, of course, charge this time to a different stage or to a different job field to give you that highest level of analysis. Once again, we need a description and we need some minutes. That's all we need. We can hit log time. Okay, now if we're not on a job card and we're not on a client card, so any other screen within Glide, so let's say for example the dashboard, we can click T, and that's going to bring up the log time pop-up, and this is now going to allow us to record non-chargeable time. So this is analysed to a non-chargeable time category. Again, I'll show you how to configure those in a second. So you go in and you put down your minutes again and log time. So that's really the main purpose of the video, to show you how to use those pop-ups. If we go to config, you have to be a super user, if we go to config and system options, click on Glide time, you'll see here where you can edit or create non-chargeable categories. Those are your administrative, non-chargeable, time does not go into WIP categories, and your non-job categories. So these are client-related chargeable activities that do go into work in progress, but that just do not get analysed to a job. The final way to record time is actually via your timesheet. So if you click on your name and click on today's timesheet, you'll be taken to a bulk entry screen, and we can see here that our 3 entries that we've already made are indeed on today's timesheet. In the context, we can choose between a non-chargeable category or a client. We can just start typing and it will pick out a particular client. We then use the tab button. Really important to follow the required keystrokes here. So it's the tab button to move us on. That will open up the activity. We don't have to have an activity. It will default to other if you don't. But in the activity we have our chargeable categories and we have the jobs there. So again, we can start typing and that will allow us, that will search for us. You can then either use the current stage that it would default to, or you can select a different stage and again use the tab button to move across. Again, it will know the default rate for this user activity client kind of combination, so a tab will take the default rate, or of course you could select a different rate, pop in the number of minutes and put in your description. So those are really the 4 different ways of recording time. We've recorded some time to the Glasses company. It's £50 an hour done 50 minutes, so it's £41.67. So let's just have a look at that time in work in progress. So let's search this to get the glasses company. And we shall see that in here we have, there we go, 15th of December, 50 minutes on the accounts and 50 minutes on the travel. Okay, thank you.